Hi guys and welcome back to We Are The Goodison Gang. It is the player ratings then. Manchester City 2, Everton 1 at the Etihad Stadium. It is my player ratings then. Right, we're going to get straight into it. Number 1, Jordan Pickford. I thought that he was being fantastic today. Didn't have had nothing to do in the first half, but a lot in the second half. So for me, he can have 5.5. Thought that he'd done good. Ben Godfrey, he can have a 7. I thought that he was good on the ball, back and forward. Did some decent passes. James Tchaikovsky, an 8. Thought that he was fairly decent compared to usual. So for me, he deserves a 6.5. Jared Branthwaite, a 9. I thought that he was fantastic on the ball, back and forwards. So for me, he gets a 9. Vitaly Mykolenko, a 10. Didn't have that much to do. Run up and down. Did some decent tackles to stop City going in front in the first half. So for me, he gets a 10. James Garner, a 2.5. Absolute abysmal from James Garner today. Giving the ball away quite frequently. Picking up a yellow card. And that for me is not good. Then Idrissa Gana Gueye, he's going to be getting a 5.5. For he's going to get a 7.5. He done fantastic slide tackles, challenge and that, but picked up a yellow card. So for me, he gets a 7.5. Ashley Young, a 1, not good at all. Being outrun by Haaland, so he gets a 2.5. Jack Harrison, a 1.5. You might think that I'm a bit sly giving him 1.5, but in the first minute with his ball, he should have got that in the back of the net to make us 1-0 up. Then he should have scored again. So for me, he gets 1.5. Dwight McNeil, he can have a 10. Ran up and down the pitch, and I thought that he was fairly good in that. And my man of the match will be to Vitaly Mykolenko, was the man of the match for me. And finally, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, an absolute disgraceful striker, couldn't even score, abysmal. I'm not even going to get it into him, so he gets a 1.5. An absolute abysmal, shocking performance. Lewis Dobbin, he can have a 10, ran about, assist with a goal for Beto, who was offside, so for me, he gets that. Yusuf Chamiti can have a 7.5. Ran round, did really nothing, created much. Seamus Coleman can have a 10. Think he'd Aaron Haaland to stop him in the second half. Then the defence just dropped. So for me, you can have that. Beto, a 0. Can't even score. Always offside, never onside. So for me, Beto was absolute abysmal today. So he gets a 1. Amadou Onana can have a 6.5. Ran round, did some decent running and some challenges to keep City at 2-0. So for me, that's my player ratings. A hard game for Everton. Yeah, I'm not disappointed that we didn't that we lost, because at the end of the day, it's Manchester City. You're expected to lose from them with a fairly Everton side like that. But I thought that positives to take away from this game now is that the mentality was absolutely great. We kept them at bay till half time before they scored goals, so that's a positive to take away. And also now the next game at Goodison Park is on Monday at Goodison Park, where we take on the 19th of February, Crystal Palace at Goodison Park, and that is now a must-win game for Everton, and for Sean Dyche is literally a must-win now for Everton. So for me, because that's a must-win game for Everton Football Club, I think that if we don't win Palace and we just take a point, then I think Dyche will be gone, because that's literally dreadful. We've been 7 games without a win. We've had 6 draws and 1 defeat. So where do we go from there? So come on, keep the positivity, keep the faith, us Everton fans and Evertonians and the player and Dyche, and let's win Palace. I know for a fact we'll win Palace about 1-0 or 3-0. So keep the faith, Everton fans, and Sean Dyche and the players, and that's your player ratings. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. What ratings would you give the players? Did you enjoy my player ratings? And let me know in the comments, and give it a like and share the channel with everybody who you know too. I mean a massive amount to me and to the channel. And also hit subscribe. Bye bye.